What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down 3 tips to make tough catches, okay? So we're going to be talking about catching over the shoulder today. We're going to be talking about catching in traffic and how to make those tough catches look easy. So we're going to be looking at these 2 clips from yesterday's games with Davante Adams, and we're going to be looking at this tough catch in traffic right here. So main thing, and also, guys, if you're a receiver and you don't have a quarterback to throw you the ball and you still want to get better at catching the ball, you still want to improve your hands, check out that very first link in the description. It says how to improve your hands without a QB. It's a specific 30-day catching program with grip strengthening exercises, hand-eye coordination drills that do not require a quarterback. So if you want to get better hands, check out that very first link in the description. Let's get started. So number 1, first tip that we're going to be talking about is catching over the shoulder, okay? So when we're catching over the shoulder, the most important thing is that you want to be late with your hands, okay? So I get this question asked a lot, Coach, how can I get better catching over the shoulder? And this is going to be one of the main things. So we're going to be talking about late hands is the first tip. Second tip, and this ties into both clips, is eyes. And then the third tip we're going to be talking about is having a strong grip, okay? So what do those actually mean? So when we're here and we're catching over the shoulder, this is a great catch. One of the best catches I've seen over the shoulder, because this is such a hard throw, also a very, very good throw. This is such a tough throw for a quarterback when a receiver's hugging the sideline, right? So now what we got to make sure that we do is you see that this DB's playing his hands. So we're running downfield, but as soon as he sees Davante Adams' hands go up, that's when he starts trying to make a play. But if we leave him not enough time to get a PBU on this thing to break up this pass, or to maybe even turn around and pick this thing off, we're late with my hands, and I watch this thing all the way down to almost the last second. That's the key when you're over the shoulder, because imagine if we're running like this and we're going here and we start to show my hands early, right? This play does not happen because then this DB, Butler's going to be playing those hands and make a PBU and break this thing up. So when your hands are late over the top, or over the shoulder, it leaves this DB not enough time to react. And you see how tight a coverage this is, right? But this is a great job by Adams, trusting his hands, trusting it over the top, but more importantly, which brings me to my second point, trusting his eyes over the shoulder, okay? So now, anytime we catch this thing over the shoulder in traffic, I'm double covered, whatever it is, your eyes got to catch this thing before your hands do, right? The phrase that I use to my receivers, I used to say 2 things. You want to have this picture frame catch, so you want to make sure that ball, like when it hits your hands, it's almost like you want to imagine a picture frame. The ball's in that frame. The ball's not in the frame, and then the grass over here, the snow, or the defender. The only thing in that picture frame is this football. That's what helps you guys catching this thing. That's what helps you with hand-eye coordination, right? So keeping that thing in that picture frame. So you see how he's here? He's watching this thing into the catch, seeing it hit your hands. That's number 1, too. That's the other phrase that I use for my guys. You want to see this thing hit your hands. Something I would do when I was coaching high school ball is that we would throw before every single practice. We'd get 5 yards apart, and I'd have the receivers run at me. They'd run to the side, we'd go over the shoulder. And on every catch, they have to tell me if they see laces or no laces. So when you see here, like Davante Adams, what he would call out, because the laces are right here, he'd call out laces, right, in that situation, because it forces you to have to see it hit your hands. You have a spot on the ball that you're looking at that you have to, it's an indicator. You know what I mean? It's an indicator for your eyes, and that's so important when you're making these tough catches. Trusting your eyes, trusting your hands, being late over the top to make sure that this DB isn't able to make a play. This is a hell of a catch. Let's watch this thing again, full speed one more time. Then we'll talk about catching in traffic. Great job watching it in right there. Trusting my eyes, being late with my hands, leaving this DB no time to react. That's a great job by Davante Adams. Okay, so now this next catch right here, this is a very, very tough catch, back shoulder catch right here. And now the main thing is when you guys are in traffic, right? So again, in traffic situation, maybe you're going over the middle, you want to go up with a strong grip. Now, what do I mean by that? I don't mean that your hands are rock hard and you let this thing bounce off. Is that you go up strong, and same thing, you trust your eyes. That's still the second point. That still applies to every single catch that you guys are going to make. You got to trust your eyes. You see how it's right here in this picture frame like we were talking about, right? But you see how strong he's able to go up, because we know when we got to go up for a jump ball, maybe I'm over the middle, these guys are going to be trying to rip this thing out of my hands, right? So when I go up strong, that's what this means. I go up strong here, and I make sure that I secure this catch. But now, you also want to have soft hands at the exact same time. When I say go up strong, like I said, I don't mean my hands are super hard and the ball's going to bounce off. I'm strong here. My bad, I didn't get to draw on the screen. I'm strong there, and then my hands are soft, and I stay in those fingers. That's what that means. Everybody says soft hands, but what does that actually mean? That means that when you catch this thing, it's not bouncing off your palms. You're staying in the webbing of your hand, not your fingertips, because that's how you're going to jam your finger, and you're never going to catch any balls with your fingertips, but staying in your fingers, that webbing your hand. That's why when you hear professionals catch, I don't know if if any of you have been to maybe like a training camp or, like been up close. And when you hear those guys catch, it doesn't even make a sound, right? But when you hear a high school receiver catch, you can hear that pop when it hits their hands. That's because they're letting it get to that palm. That means that they're letting it get inside of their hands rather than staying on the webbing of their hands. So when we're making this tough back shoulder in traffic catch going up and high pointed, I want to go up strong, but I also want to have soft hands to stay on those fingers. Now, when I catch this thing, you want to make sure that we secure it, right? So this brings me to another point too. I know we're mainly focusing on the 3 tips where it's laid hands over the top, right? Laid hands, follow my eyes, take that picture frame, and then having a strong grip. But also when we're in this like jump ball situation in traffic, you want to be quick to the tuck. You see how violent he is when he puts this thing away. When I catch this back shoulder, I want to rip away from this DB. I don't want the DB to have any opportunity to make a play on this. So when I secure that ball, I want to rip this thing, secure the catch, right? And then I pull it away, violent to the tuck, so the DB has no opportunity to knock this ball out. That's a great job. Let's watch this thing again, full speed one more time. So Wilson's coming out here, lets this thing fly, go up strong, see with my eyes, stay in those fingertips, let's rip the ball away, catch it, and then make sure I secure it. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope this video gave you some value and helped you out in terms of just catching and how to make those tough catches look easier. And guys, if you're a receiver and you want to get better hands, but you do not have a quarterback, I get this question so many times. Check out that very first link in the description, 30-day plan to improve your hands. You don't even need to go outside for this catching program, guys. Hope to get you guys on that soon. If you have any questions at all, please leave those in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'll see you guys next time.